What's going on, everybody? Now let's try this again. First of all, let me make sure all messages are turned on. All right, there we go. So how's everybody doing today? I hope y'all all had a beautiful Cinco de Mayo yesterday. I actually got banned off Kick, but that's another topic for another video. Anyways, y'all already know what it is. Your number one source for the sauce. Your boy in the slime we trust is back. And I wouldn't be who I am right now if I didn't update y'all on this important information that I came across yesterday. Breaking news. And I believe that it's very important news. Now, don't be fooled by all the distractions and BS that's out there right now. But before we start, we're going to give it about 5 more seconds. Let everybody get in here. Drop them snakes in the chat. Hit that like button. Together we break chains. What's going on? You try to type in the last chat, you said? Yeah, we had a malfunction. All right, guys. So we're going to begin. And what I'm going to say right now, take a look in my eyes. I'm very serious about this. I've been doing lots of research on this. And I've seen things with my own eyes. So yesterday there's a big, I wouldn't say rumor, because a lot of people that were there, so-called pastors allegedly, are coming out and saying this is what happened. And I'm pretty sure some of y'all heard it by now. And if y'all haven't, I'm going to open y'all eyes and y'all will hear it after this video. But we got some of the top pastors right now with, some of the biggest following. You know what I mean? Looked up to highly in their community. And they're coming out, certain people like, I believe, Matthew Stone, forgot what his name is, but pastor. They're coming out and saying that all pastors, certain of them, were called to a certain state. They didn't even disclose the state. And said that it was intelligent government officials there. And they had to disclose them on what's gonna come. And that's this UFO disclosure, aka alien disclosure. So they're saying this thing might rattle society so much that they done already called the pastors in before they told the world and said, we need you guys to get your congregate right, get what you're gonna say together, and tell your people what's going on. Because it's gonna give a lot of people crazy ideas. People are gonna think this is the rapture, because a lot of this stuff is in the Bible. If you ever read The End of Days, about us being deceived by fallen angels and stuff like that. There's gonna be others thinking that there's possibly no God and stuff like that. Probably there's gonna be others scared to death. They told the pastors, what we're gonna tell the people, they're barely gonna even be able to sleep at night. Now, here's where the story gets crazy. The last thing that I ever thought they would ever say, they told the pastors that these things are reptilian type beings. Now I'm gonna keep it 100 together. I always knew since a kid there was something out there. I seen something with my own eyes twice in my life, and 2 out of 5 people seen something with their own eyes. But a reptilian, that's blowing my mind right there. And this is what the pastor said out his own mouth. And I think pastors are very credible. Would you say I missed your message? So if anybody is gonna pass the message, and if anybody's gonna be believable, I believe a pastor, especially multiple pastors. Like, you guys can chat GBT this right now, Google this right now. I did it myself, and talk about and type UFO disclosure between pastors yesterday. So yeah, me neither. So they will and they will explain to you what happened yesterday. That how they called all the pastors together and briefed them on the disclosure. I just want y'all to know that something big is coming. Do you know the government, Together We Break Chains, opened up aliens.gov? Go to it right now, aliens.gov. Or go to Google and type in pastors being breached on the UFO disclosure. Why pastors? Are these things demonic? Are these things interdimensional? But I guess we have been told one thing our whole life through the Bible. They say America is built in mostly Christianity, which I highly doubt. And it's crazy. Yep, so there are some bad pastors out there, like every human, there's gonna be good and bad. But I think most pastors, since they choosing the path of God, Christianity, they're gonna try their best not to break the 10 Commandments. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna try their best to please God and do the right thing instead of the negative thing. And that goes for a lot of people that changed their life around, whether it was drugs, whether it was the streets. But did you know Thomas Jefferson allegedly, go do your homework, go type it in Google Chat GBT right now. America's built off Christianity. They don't teach you in school how Thomas Jefferson burnt the Bible because he didn't believe in it. And he wrote his own Bible, Thomas Jefferson's Bible, because he thought the God wasn't worthy enough in the story. Go look that up. Or go look up how Benjamin Franklin, another one of our first presidents, was a Freemason. How long this shit been going on. And to be a Freemason is a rule. You cannot be in Christianity. Look that up. But the question is, why are they telling all us this right now? Together we break chains. You invited some crabs on Discord, bro. Are you stupid, dumb, or dumb? Sick of these people playing stupid all the time. Exactly. I'm not trying to, say I got a crystal ball and I'm reading the future and I can tell you what's gonna happen. But I'm gonna tell you that this is what's happening. And you will hear about this soon. I pretty much could bet my life on it now that I opened your eye to it. You're gonna see videos past this coming out saying that they were briefed on this whole disclosure shit. Not to mention, Steven Spielberg's movie comes out, June 6th, I believe? Little funny date also. June 6th, his movie comes out, which is called Disclosure Day. And like I said, they made the aliens.gov. So what's really going on here? And me, I live real close to New Jersey, a few hours away. And when I was making videos 2 years ago together, yup, get them out of here if you want. When 2 years ago, when I was making videos about this stuff together, UFOs, UAPs flying over New Jersey, you know what I mean? Shape shifting, doing all this weird shit. Nobody wanted to listen to me. Fat Perks Molly, somebody on Discord by the name of Fat Perks Molly with a freaking Skrilla picture invited somebody to my Discord after I took the invite only. How is that not you, bro? This is the main reason I don't respect you or people of your kind. I just had an argument with my boy Cunt because he didn't bear nobody on Kick yesterday. But he said it was a mistake. He was away from his computer. He's a man. He admitted his mistake. It's understandable. We move on. But I hate when people act like a little sissy and I didn't do this. I ain't do that. Bro, you ready scared to show your face on here. You got 5 multiple different accounts. Like you want some sketchy shit, brother. Who did it then? That's you on Discord, right? You don't know I can go check my invites, right? And see who's sending out invites? Bro, this happened before the ban on Kick. I got banned on Kick yesterday. Get them out of here together. Throw them in the trash with the rest. Motherfucker playing with my intelligence. That's why you guys ain't getting nowhere in life, brother. I purposely got kicked off Kick. Y'all ain't do jack. And it was for a few days. Come on, man. Talking about I wrote it. What? Why am I gonna write that shit myself? He probably hit himself or something to everybody. Sketchy shit. Fat Perks Molly is his name. Try to find the members that's in here, the people in the chat, whatever. Right, you could have just stayed in here and played stupid, but you want to ask, why'd you do this to me? What? Hold on, I'm the top CEO and the shooter of my gang. Get your ass out of here, boy. Who makes a name called Fat Perks Molly anyways? Then uses a picture of Skrilla. Get your ass out of here. Sick of playing with these ducks. God, where I came from Kick is so much unorganic people over there. I don't know, but that's another sketchy thing right there. Why is he hiding himself from my mods where, you know what I mean? Like, that's weird. He must have blocked you or hid himself from you. Did something, who knows? But the whole time the dude followed me from Kick and tried to suck me off till he got a wrench. But I see right through that shit. Because where I come from on YouTube, even the females show their faces on here. But yeah, I got banned on Kick yesterday because I was in the strip club. A little bit more happened, but you know, we're gonna keep it a little PG on here. But anyways, together, have you heard about this UFO disclosure that's coming? That they're shoving it down our throats. After they've been lying to us for the last 100 years. They're saying they think these things been here way longer than us together. And when they brief these pastors, they, from what I heard from one of the pastors, there's multiple of them out there. You could just YouTube it, ask ChatGPT. Out their own mouth, they said that there's crafts that's not theirs, that's made out of shit that we know nothing about, that they retrieved. They started saying reptilian looking bees. That's when it got me, whoa, what's going on here? And then yeah, they were just like, get your congregation ready. Get ready what you're gonna tell them, cause things can get crazy. But America is supposed to be built on Christianity. A place where they removing all the churches and putting Freemason lodges everywhere, allegedly. We just got one opened up on the freaking street, up the street from where I live. I don't know a soul that goes there. Shit's empty. What looks empty every time I walk by, the lights are off, but it's a huge ass building on the side of the bank. Of course, on the side of the bank. You said hit the what? The treadmill? Damn it. This YouTube app, they need to leave the messages on the screen a little longer. At least I was able to put my foot in that guy's ass. You also can't get pop-ups on here and alerts. But let me also let you know something else. You gotta have 4,000 watch hours in the last year, so you get your super chats, your memberships back, and all that, your alerts. And we had about 3,000 watch hours in the last couple months. So pretty soon we're gonna be able to get the super chats and all that. The members, they're giving it to you at 3,000 hours now. I'm at like 2.8. So right now I'm just gonna be on here spitting some real shit to y'all. Like I said, when y'all watching TV later and y'all hear about this, cause I just opened the third eye, and y'all hear about this alien disclosure stuff, just remember what I told y'all. Now, this all started with a guy named Jeremy Corbell, who's a big UFO researcher, who said that he heard through the grapevine there was going to be a fake alien invasion in 2026 and 2027. He said it's in 2025. Now, 2026 came around and there's been nothing but alien talks, UFO disclosures, whistleblowers in front of Congress. So we don't know what this is. Like I said, I don't got a crystal ball. What I advise everybody to do and recommend is go with your heart. Is to go with the Holy Spirit. I think if the Bible's been accurate this much until this day, there's got to be something to it. Because this is the last thing in the Bible that we thought would have came true at the end of days. Is these reptilians and these, being deceived by these fallen angels and stuff like that. And imagine somebody trying to write this 4,000 years ago, you know what I mean? Barely knew English and stuff. And they're using words we can comprehend. You also know the Bible is the number one written book in the world, number one read book in the world. There's no author in it besides God Himself. So if somebody wrote that, do you think they would want to take credit for it? It depends how deep the game goes. It's all about control. History repeats itself for a reason. It's all about control. But yeah, I after do a little research yourself. Google pastors getting briefed on UFO disclosure. Chat GBT it, and they'll tell you it's not verified, but the pastors themselves, you can go watch them on Twitter and YouTube saying they were there, which that's never happened. So I don't think it's gonna start happening out of nowhere. Maybe 1, 2, but not freaking 5 of them saying all the same thing. And one of them said, "All I gotta say is this thing is real." No, like I said, I always thought something was out there, interdimensional, but reptilians, I'm gonna have to hear that one for myself. But yeah, the pastor said it. I was making UFO videos, UAP videos 2 years ago because I'm an hour from Jersey. For some weird reason, beginning of 2000, end of 2025, it was on Christmas, right before allegedly the fake invasion in 26 or whatever's supposed to happen this year. There was so much freaking shit in the sky, and they try to tell us it was drones, but it was bullshit because they shutting down airports and they're flying over army bases. Bro, if that's a drone and they're getting shot down, the power's gonna lose out. There's jammers. You cannot go near a federal airport. You cannot go near an army base. Come on. Then one dude did it and they raided his house, found him in his basement in 10 minutes because he flew a drone in the air. But y'all can't find these other things. All I'm gonna say together is watch a couple videos. Tell me what can withstand going from here to there in the speed of light, but like Mach 50 speed without your blood in your body coming out your skin. That's what buys me right there. And now they're starting to release real footage where it's not AI, like right off the submarine on the ocean, freaking through the Navy goggles and shit, where it's got the time, the date, and everything on that bitch. You know that shit ain't AI. So I think they just made aliens.gov together. They're gonna be dropping some heavy shit on there. It could be part of there's something called Project Blue Beam, which is a fake alien invasion, or it could be real. What's your thoughts? I honestly believe, and after research I've done and the shit I've seen, that they've taken technology that's not ours. We went from beepers to cell phones, and nobody gets credit for that. Nobody gets credit for making the first cell phone. Who? Bell? Then they made the payphone. Come on, we went from Nokia phones this big to iPhones in 2-3 years. Get out of here. And not to mention this stuff we ain't even seen yet, because they don't want to release to the public. Sometimes they'll hold it back 6 years. I'm telling you, I did my research, and this very corrupted, this government. And it's not just the government, because there is some good people in it, but there's also some rogue people in it. Not really rogue, but they are rogue because they operate in like underneath themselves and a few other people that been doing this for years and years and been passed on to them by their father or somebody important. You know what I'm saying? They say the presidents ain't really briefed on this shit because they're in office 4 years, and that's not even really enough time. Unless you're like President Nixon or Kennedy or somebody around the first, when they were really trying to get this shit understood. And you notice Kennedy went to the head. Now you know he did. I can see the comments. I missed your last one together though. What you say before that? They disappear after a second. Chilly day. It was beautiful yesterday. It's raining today. It's cold. Would you say prior to no comments? Oh, a lot better. I actually got my wisdom tooth pulled exactly. Today's the third day, so 2 days ago. Oh, way back there. And the pain instantly went away. After the first day, it was still there. Of course, I was bleeding through my mouth. I had to put like freaking cloths in the hole in my wisdom tooth. But I was high off like amnesia and all the shit, the numb shots and shit. So I fell asleep for the whole day. Then I woke up, took Tylenols, little numb, but it was better. Went out yesterday. Now today's the third day, and I feel a lot better. Besides the little partying I did yesterday. What did you see? I missed the end of the stuff you said. How do I put these damn messages back up? It won't let me. Oh, it does. I saw the video. I was worried. Oh, yeah. Yeah. My last wisdom tooth, I got it pulled right on kick. The lady let me record the whole thing. And then figured I had to come back 2 years later for my other one. The tooth was like this big, but it was in it. But it was they're huge. They're rooted in, deeply rooted in. He took that shit out with a wrench too. Started wiggling it till it got loose and yanked the tooth right out with a wrench. Yeah, it's brutal. They numb it first, so like you don't feel nothing, but it's still a brutal procedure. Like you don't gotta fucking something that you can just pop the shit out. This dude really put out like a pair of pliers, not a wrench, like pliers and shit, and then asking me if I can feel the tooth wiggle. I'm like, no, I can't feel nothing. Oh, it's starting to wiggle. Here we go. My mom couldn't even watch. But yeah, the disclosure day got me thinking. Together we break chains. Shit, it's an ugly year already. You know, war everywhere. They talking about UFO disclosure. Ha ha ha. Wisdom tooth ain't no joke, and it was closed the whole weekend, so I had to go the whole weekend with nothing, just hurting. I wasn't even making videos or getting up from the couch because I couldn't my pain. Nothing was working either. So the Steven Spielberg, you heard about that movie? It comes out June 6th. That movie's called Disclosure, and I think that movie itself is going to reveal a lot of shit like movies do that's going on. But that's not the real disclosure yet. Trump just passed some more files to get released. He just opened up aliens.gov. So I know there's something behind that. You know there's aliens.gov, right? Secured government website. So they're up to something. I think all countries allegedly probably freaking racing and fighting for this technology. It gets deep, but that's another subject for another video. How they use kids, as psionic assets allegedly to get these things to come out because they speak better through like the brain and stuff than words. And when these things come out, that's when they get the kids to snap out of it. They EMP wave it down. This is all allegedly. They saying they got a little more experience like that at it. Now, allegedly, the aliens should be and probably is pissed off about this because they want peace. They've been here for years. They've been trying to help us, and we suckering them in to knock them down, and most of them don't even make it out alive. We're running tests on them and doing all this crap. We're animals. Maybe they preparing us for something. Maybe they preparing us for something together. For Independence Day, July 4th. Nah, I heard something is gonna go boom on July 4th. Not nothing like blowing, but they say it's gonna be a significant day. 150 year the United States. No, 250, right? 7-4. Crazy world. So it's just gonna get a lot more weirder from here and crazier. I definitely want to watch that movie when it comes out too. But I'm gonna sign out, y'all. I'm out of here. Don't forget, like button, subscribe, chance to win some bread, and hopefully I opened up your third eye. They'll probably recommend some more videos to you similar to this, especially if you like to comment. And also, y'all stay awoke. Don't be fooled by these fools. Don't be distracted by the attractions. You know what I'm saying? A lot of this shit's a distraction. Real shit, the real shit's in the books. You gotta look it up. Most of the stuff they taught us is bullshit, allegedly. But I'm getting out of here together. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm gonna make me a couple of burgers. Take care of this little hangover. Peace out. Have a good day, hon. Tell MJ I said what's up. What's up, buddy? And I'm out of here, y'all. I still can't believe that dude try to hide himself from you or block you. For what purpose? And then he wants to play dumb. Oh, what did I do? Then I call him out like I call them all out. Now, oh, it's F you, F this, nah, nah, nah. You wasn't saying that 2 minutes ago, cuz. You was just slobbing on my noggin.